Pour a glass of wine, put on your favorite music, because we're making chicken parmigiana. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad to have you back. If you're here looking to broaden up your sous vide game, you're in the right place. If that's you, hit that subscribe button below. Today, we're going over one of my favorite Italian-American dishes, and in the end, we're gonna make a fantastic garlic bread to go with it. I've always loved chicken parm. There's just something about that crispy exterior with that perfectly done chicken breast and that cheese and sauce, the perfect flavor meld of combination for me. Today, we're jumping right into this one, so let's prep our chicken for the sous vide. We're gonna start here with a whole chicken breast and sharp knife. On the longer flat side, we're gonna butterfly our breast, splitting it down the middle so you have even proportions on both sides. You don't wanna go all the way through, but you do want it to lay somewhat flat here. Now that we have our nicely butterflied breast, we're gonna do a little bit of pounding. We're doing this so that when we eat our chicken parm, we have the correct proportions. The best chicken parm is on the thinner side, so that it doesn't feel like you're eating a whole piece of chicken that's just thinly breaded outside. We're gonna take this piece of plastic wrap and put it over the chicken and pound it on the side that we cut into. And we'll pound it evenly until it's about less than a 1/4 inch thick. After pounding, like always, we're gonna start to generously season with salt, both sides. Now we'll just bag it up and take it over the sous vide. Alright y'all, water bath break. We got a couple things that we need to do before our chicken comes out of the bath. Let's start out with our sauce. This is a great all-around sauce that I like to use for a lot of things, especially pizza, chicken parm. We'll start a pan over medium-high heat and add in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Next in are going to be our aromatics. A tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of oregano, and a teaspoon of chili flakes. We'll let that get fragrant for about 30 seconds, and then in with a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. We'll add in a tablespoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of garlic, and a teaspoon of onion powder. We'll mix it up. We're going to bring that to a simmer and let it cook for about 30 minutes, stirring occasionally and adding salt to taste. I love that sauce. A lot of times you can make that ahead of time, take some hassle out of your life. Let's get on to Chicken Parm's trusty sidekick. I'm talking greatest duos of all time, like Batman and Robin, peanut butter and jelly, lamb and tuna fish. I'm talking about garlic bread. Let's make some. This garlic bread is simple and doesn't require a ton of ingredients. Our base is going to be this beautiful loaf of French bread. We'll get started here by dicing up our greens. This is about 2 tablespoons of parsley. We'll dice up 1 teaspoon of basil. And we'll mince 4 cloves of garlic. We'll add 1 cup of softened butter to a bowl. Please make sure it's softened. If not, you're going to have a tough time here with this. We'll add in your garlic, your greens, and we'll mix it to combine. Now that it's spreadable, we're going to cut our bread down the center. And we're going to spread our butter generously on both sides. We're going to pop that loaf onto a sheet pan and into a 400-degree oven for about 5 to 8 minutes, depending on your level of crispiness. Oh man, that smells incredible. Alright, the chicken's done. Let's go get it dried off and bread it up. We'll have a plate with 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs, a plate with 1 cup of flour, seasoned with salt and pepper, Make sure you mix that in. And in a bowl, we're gonna beat 2 eggs. For your breading sequence, you're gonna coat the chicken breast in flour, shake off any excess. Next, it goes into the egg, and make sure you get it all covered. And finally, it goes into the panko. Here you want to make sure all the areas are covered and then you press in the panko with your fingers. Alright, now that our chicken's breaded, we're going to get to frying. We're going to fill up a 12-inch cast iron halfway with some canola oil. And we'll get our oil to about 375. Remember, we're not looking to cook the chicken long. We're just looking for that crispy outside. The chicken goes in, laying it away from you so you don't get splattered. We'll fry here for a minute and then we'll give it a flip. Another minute on this side and you've got yourself a crispy chicken. Set it on a separate wire rack and hit it with a little salt. The last ingredient we're going to want to prep here is our mozzarella. You're going to want to shred your mozzarella for this. I've definitely tested both ways, and I found that when you shred your mozzarella, it just melts evenly. You get more surface area covered than if you were to use the slices. Another point here is you're going to want to use low moisture mozzarella for this. You don't want to use the fresh here. In every other application, fresh mozzarella is probably best. Here, it just melts better, and it gives you a better end product. All right, we're all ready to go. Let's build our chicken parm. For the final step here, I'll start with my chicken cutlet on a greased piece of foil on a baking sheet. We'll hit it with some salt and a thin layer of our sauce. Next up's our cheese. Don't be stringy here. This is where you can be free to live your best life. Once built, we can put this directly under the broiler to get melty. While we're waiting, we can prep our plate. I love to add sauce underneath so I can get some sauce in every bite. And now we're talking. The cheese is all melty after a couple minutes. We're ready to plate it up. Some garlic bread. And hit it with some fresh chopped basil. And there we go. How beautifully delicious is that? Alright, let's see how we did here. Oh, I'm waiting for this for a while. Oh, perfect. Chicken, cheese. Perfection. Perfection. I mean, you cover something in panko, sauce, and cheese, it's gonna be good, but chicken parm always just takes it up to the next level here. Let's actually take a bite. Look at that cheese. It's just a classic. What the real show here is that great juicy center with sous vide. It's really just perfect, and you're just getting it fried on the outside. That's so good. Let's try some of this garlic bread here. Well, there you go, folks. If you got something out of this video, go give it a like down below to support this channel. Go subscribe if you're looking for more of this content. And we got plenty of other great videos on the channel. Go check them out, and we'll catch you on the next one.